an impossible sound rings out. It echoes from a place it should not be. This is dead space, a silent graveyard between galaxies. The signal is a ghost, a whisper from a civilization long turned to dust. Yet it pulses with a desperate energy. It is a plea from the truly and utterly lost. You listen from the command chair of the Starling. The ship is a silver needle coasting through the endless night. Your instruments tell you the signal is ancient. It is millions of years old. But it sounds as if it were sent only yesterday. A paradox wrapped in a mystery. The beacon calls from the void, a region so empty it defies all known star science. No ship has ever returned from the void. It is a one-way trip to nowhere. Yet the signal persists. It is a steady heartbeat in the deep dark, a call to arms, or a cry for help. Your ship mind, a calm and collected intelligence, analyzes the transmission. It finds patterns of language and mathematics. A plea for deliverance from an unnamed terror. The ship mind advises against action. The risks are too great. The chances of survival are close to zero. But the signal speaks to a part of you that reason cannot touch. It is a call from one lost soul to another. Humanity is adrift in this cold universe. Perhaps this is a chance to find another, or perhaps it is a trap. You awaken from a dreamless sleep. A soft chime echoes through your chamber. The shipmind's voice fills the quiet air. It calls you by a new name. Steward, you are the last, the final guardian of the human race. The weight of this title settles upon you. It is heavier than any star. The Starling is an ark. Its holds contain the sleeping forms of the last generation. 50,000 souls in a deep cryo-sleep. They are the children of a dead earth. They are your sacred charge. Their future rests entirely in your hands. A thought that is both inspiring and terrifying. You are their shepherd through this endless night. You walk the silent corridors of the ship. You pass rows upon rows of glowing cryopods. Each one holds a dream of a future that may never come. You feel their silent trust, their unspoken hope. The ship mind informs you of your duties. You must guide them to a new home, a new earth among the stars. It feels like an impossible task. The ship mind is your only companion, a disembodied voice of pure logic. It knows every system, every secret of the Starling. It was designed to be the perfect assistant. But it cannot understand the hope you feel. It cannot grasp the fear that gnaws at you. It only sees probabilities, and your chances are grim. You wonder if a machine can feel lonely. You begin your search for answers. The void beacon cannot be ignored. You dive into the Starling's deep archives. You seek information on this silent region of space. The records are thin, mostly warnings and tales of lost explorers. But then you find it. The log of a lost warship, the Icarus. Its final transmission is a chilling account. A story of a war against an unseen enemy. The captain's voice is strained, filled with a dread that transcends time. He speaks of a foe that consumes light, a presence that erodes reason itself. He calls it the Scourge, a shadow that devours whole star systems. The log of the Icarus becomes a waking nightmare. The crew reports their own minds turning against them. They see impossible shapes in the shadows. They hear whispers in the static between channels. The Scourge did not just destroy ships. It unraveled the sanity of those who faced it. It fed on their fear, a truly nasty piece of work. The final entry is a single, terrified whisper. It is not killing us. It is erasing us. Then, silence. The log ends. You sit back in your chair. The silence of the Starling feels different now. It feels heavier, watched. The Scourge, a name for the darkness that waits. A darkness you are now flying directly toward. This just keeps getting better and better. The time has come to act. The sleeping children of Earth cannot wait forever. You give the command to the ship mind. Prepare for the first star sail, a maneuver that has only been tested in simulations, a technique that bends the universe to your will. The ship mind confirms the order. Its voice is as calm as ever. You are not. The Starling's hull shimmers. Great silver sails unfurl from its sides. They are not designed to catch light. They are designed to catch space itself, to grip the very fabric of reality. Energy courses through the ship. A low hum builds into a powerful vibration. The view screen shows the stars ahead beginning to warp, to twist into impossible shapes. Then, the universe folds. There is no sound, no explosion, just a silent, breathtaking wave of motion. The Starling is thrown forward. It rides a ripple in space-time, the journey of a lifetime in the blink of an eye. The sensation is disorienting, a feeling of falling and flying all at once, like a theme park ride designed by a mad god. You emerge into a new region of space. The stars are different here, sharper, brighter. The Void beacon is closer now, stronger. The star sail was a success. You have torn the veil of normal space. You have taken your first step into a larger, stranger universe. But the ease of the journey unnerves you. Some things are just too good to be true. A new object appears on your sensors. It is not a ship, not a planet. It is a crystalline entity, a being of living geometry. It drifts in the void, impossibly ancient. The ship mind warns of unknown energies. It advises extreme caution. But the entity makes no hostile moves. It simply waits, as if it expected you. It communicates without sound. Its thoughts enter your mind directly, images and feelings, a language of pure concept. It calls itself the Shard Mind. It is a survivor, a refugee from a long-dead galaxy. It knows of the Scourge. It has seen what the darkness does. It has watched entire civilizations fall to the hunger of the void. The Shard Mind offers you a map, not of stars or planets, but a map of pathways, of safe currents in the storm of space-time. It is a cryptic gift, a prophecy of the journey ahead. It shows you a route to the source of the Void beacon. But the path is fraught with peril. It leads through the jaws of the abyss itself. The crystalline being warns you. The Scourge is not a simple predator. It is an intelligence, a vast and patient mind. It sets traps. It lays ambushes across cosmic time. The map is your only hope of navigating them. You accept the gift. The Shard Mind recedes into the darkness, leaving you with a terrible choice and a fragile thread of hope. It seems trustworthy enough. For a giant, floating crystal, you follow the Shard Mind's map. It leads you to a place of profound silence, a graveyard of titans. Colossal shipwrecks drift in the dark. They are of 100 different designs, some organic, some mechanical. All of them are dead. They are monuments to forgotten wars and lost hopes. Their hulls are scarred, ripped open not by weapons, but by something else, something that seems to have peeled them apart like fruit. There are no bodies, no signs of struggle, just empty vessels adrift in an eternal funeral procession. The scale is immense. You feel like an insect crawling through a boneyard of gods. Who could have done this? The ship mind analyzes the wreckage. It finds evidence of a single energy signature, the same one on every dead ship. The signature of the Scourge. This was not a battle. It was a harvest. The Scourge did not fight these fleets. It consumed them. You realize you are navigating a dinner plate, and you are the next course. You guide the Starling through the star tomb, weaving between the silent hulks. It is a somber and chilling journey. You see the pride of a dozen different races, the peak of their engineering, all of it brought to ruin, all of it meaningless before the silent hunger of the scourge. You wonder if your own ship will one day join this silent fleet. A rather depressing thought. The map leads you toward a vibrant, glowing nebula, a cluster of young, bright stars. It is a place of life and energy, a stark contrast to the tomb you just left. The ship mind confirms the presence of multiple life-bearing planets. A small flicker of hope ignites within you. Could this be it? A new home? Then, the shadow falls. Without warning, the stars ahead begin to dim. One by one, they wink out of existence. Their light is snuffed out like candles in a hurricane. A wave of absolute nothingness expands from the heart of the nebula. It moves at impossible speeds. It is a tide of anti-life. The scourge is here. Your sensors scream. Alarms blare through the cockpit. The shipmind's calm voice reports a massive gravitational anomaly, a tear in the fabric of reality. The wave of darkness is not just blocking the light. It is consuming it. It is eating the stars themselves. The vibrant nebula becomes a black hole of despair. You watch in horrified awe. The raw power on display is staggering. It is the power to unmake creation, to turn light into shadow, to turn existence into nothing. The scourge is not just a predator. It is a cosmic force of entropy, an engine of universal death. And it is now directly in your path. This is fine. Everything is fine. As you recoil from the terrifying display, a new fleet appears on your sensors. They are not the silent wrecks of the star tomb. They are living ships, battle-scarred and weary, but alive. They are a fleet of alien warriors, the last survivors of the system the scourge just devoured. Their ships are angular and aggressive. Designed for a war they are clearly losing, they hail you. Their commander appears on your view screen, a proud and fierce-looking being. Its face is a mask of grief and fury. It speaks of a generations-long war against the shadow. It calls the scourge the great devourer, the unraveler of worlds. Its people have been hunted to the edge of ruin. They are the last of their kind. You see the terror behind their pride, the desperation in their eyes. They are warriors, but they are also refugees, just like you. You propose an alliance, a fragile union of the hunted. The commander is hesitant. His people have never trusted outsiders. But your ship, the Starling, is a marvel of technology they have never seen. He agrees to a temporary truce, a fragile alliance against a common foe. They are the Xylos, a warrior race now homeless and adrift. They have combat experience. They have knowledge of the scourge's tactics. But they are low on fuel and hope. Together, you might stand a chance. Or you might just die together. At least you will not be lonely. While sharing data with the Xylos, you discover something unexpected in their archives. They recovered a deep space probe centuries ago, a tiny, ancient vessel from a long-dead world. The probe's origin is unmistakable. It is from Earth, Sol system. It is a Voyager-class probe, a relic of humanity's infancy. The Xylos allow you to access its data core. You find the golden record, a time capsule of human culture. You hear the sounds of Earth, the music of Bach and Beethoven, the voices of children laughing, the defiant cry of a species that dared to dream of the stars. It is a message in a bottle, thrown into a cosmic ocean. A wave of profound sadness washes over you. You listen to the symphonies of a world you have never known, a home that is now just dust and memories. The 50,000 sleeping souls in your care are all that is left of that world, of that music, of that laughter. The weight of your mission presses down on you anew. You share the soul tapes with the Xylo's commander. He listens in silence. His fierce warrior face softens for a moment. He sees the soul of his new ally. He understands what you are fighting for. Not just survival, but for the memory of a world that loved music. A fragile alliance begins to forge into a bond of true respect, a shared requiem for lost homes. The combined fleet, your single advanced ark and their battered warships, must press on. The Shard, Mind's map shows only one route forward, a path that leads directly into a storm in space-time, a cosmic maelstrom where the laws of physics break down. The Xylos call it the kettle, a place where reality boils. The Xylos are terrified of this region. Their ships are not built to withstand such chaos. But it is the only way to reach the Scourge's heart. The only way to find the source of the Void Beacon. It is a desperate gamble, a flight into the heart of madness itself. You assure the Xylo's commander that the Starling can shield his fleet. You hope you are right. You lead the way into the maelstrom. The universe outside your view screen dissolves into a chaos of light and color. Space and time become fluid, unreliable. Your shipmind's voice remains calm, but it reports impossible readings. Moments of temporal displacement, pockets of inverted gravity. The ship is tossed and turned like a leaf in a storm. You fly through moments of other realities, glimpses of what might have been. You see visions of a triumphant humanity, a peaceful galaxy. Then visions of utter desolation, of the Scourge victorious. The maelstrom is not just a physical storm. It is a storm of possibilities, a place where all futures and all pasts collide. It tests your resolve, your sanity. It is the ultimate test before the final confrontation. This is definitely not in the brochure. Deep within the chaos of the maelstrom, the Starling begins to change. Systems you did not know existed come online. Compartments sealed for centuries unlock themselves. The shipmind's voice shifts. It reveals a new layer of its programming, a purpose that was hidden from you until this exact moment, until you proved yourself ready. The Starling was never just an ark. It was not built to run. It was designed to fight. Its creators foresaw the coming of the Scourge. They knew that no conventional weapon could stop it. So they built a different kind of weapon, a ship that could turn the Scourge's own power against it. The Starling is a key, a device to reset a cosmic wrong. You discover the ship's hidden heart, a chamber at the very core of the Starling. It contains a sphere of pure potential energy, a captive singularity, a seed of a new universe. The ship was not built to find a new home. It was built to create one, to unleash a storm of creation that would erase the Scourge's wave of destruction. The revelation is staggering. You are not a shepherd, you are a warrior, the steward of a weapon of unimaginable power. The 50,000 sleeping souls are not just passengers. They are the seeds of a new creation, the first life in a universe waiting to be born. The responsibility is immense, a choice that will shape the fate of the galaxy. No pressure at all. You emerge from the space-time maelstrom, battered but intact. The Xylo's fleet is still with you. Their trust in you is now absolute. Before you lies the Scourge's command center, the source of the Void Beacon. It is a site of profound horror and brilliant design. It is the nest of hungering stars. The Scourge has woven a web of captured suns, dozens of stars, stolen from 100 systems. They are held in a delicate lacework of gravitational forces. Their light is being siphoned, drained away to feed a central, thinking darkness. The web itself is the scourge, a conscious predator the size of a solar system. It is a spider made of stolen light. At the center of the web is a prison, a sphere of containment fields. Inside, you see it, the source of the beacon, a single, surviving world, the last planet of the ancient civilization that first cried for help. They have been held here for millions of years, their desperate plea fueling the scourge's trap, their hope turned into bait. The sight fills you with a cold fury, the sheer, calculated cruelty of it all. The Xylos warriors share your rage. This is the monster that has haunted their people for generations, the architect of their slow extinction. The Starling's hidden purpose is now clear. You were drawn here not just to save humanity, but to answer a million-year-old cry for help. You hold the fate of the galaxy in your hands. The Starling is in position. The ship mind has calculated the firing solution. The plan is simple and utterly insane. You will fire the singularity at the heart of the web, a pinpoint of creation aimed at a universe of destruction. It is humanity's final act, a gamble on a cosmic scale. The Xylos commander hails you. His fleet is ready to provide cover, to distract the scourge's defenses. Tendrils of darkness are already lashing out from the web, probing your defenses. The Xylos warriors know it is a suicide mission. They do not care. They will die for a chance to see the great devourer fall. Their sacrifice will not be in vain. You stand before the firing controls. The ship mind asks for your final confirmation. The power of a new Big Bang rests at your fingertips. To unleash it is to destroy the scourge, to erase its stain from the universe. But it will also unleash an unimaginable storm of creation, a wave of pure potential that will rewrite the laws of this region of space. You think of the Sol tapes, of the music and the laughter. You think of the sleeping children in their pods. You think of the ancient race trapped in their prison for millions of years. You give the command, fire. One word to decide the fate of everything. The Starling hums with power. A single brilliant beam of light shoots from its core. A seed of a new dawn fired into the heart of night. The seed of creation strikes the web. There is no explosion, no grand fireball, just a moment of perfect, absolute silence. The darkness of the scourge seems to hesitate, to recoil from the pinprick of pure light. Then, the unraveling begins. A silent flash of pure potential expands from the point of impact. It is not fire. It is not energy. It is existence itself. The web of captured stars dissolves. The gravitational threads snap. The stolen suns are released from their prison. They flare back to life. A wave of color and light washes over the darkness. The scourge dies as it lived. Not with a bang, but with a silent, comprehensive erasure. Its presence is unwritten from the fabric of reality. Your choice echoes across the galaxy. The wave of creation expands outwards. It is not a destructive force. It is a creative one. It washes over the star tomb, and the dead ships within it begin to glow. It sweeps through the kettle, and the storm of space-time calms into a gentle river. The universe is being healed, reshaped by your single, defiant act. The Xylos fleet watches in stunned awe. Their enemy of generations, gone in an instant. Their commander sends a single message: gratitude and farewell. Their war is over. They turn their ships toward a new horizon, a future they never thought they would have. You are left alone in the heart of the renewed light. The silence is no longer heavy. It is peaceful. The Starling drifts in a sea of new light. The released stars have formed a new nebula, a cradle of creation. The last planet of the ancient civilization is free, its people finally at peace. Your voyage is over. The 50,000 souls in your care are safe. The scourge is gone. The universe is quiet. The ship mind informs you that the new nebula is rich with life-giving elements. The planets forming within it will be perfect for habitation. A dozen new Earths waiting for their dawn. You have not found a home. You have created one. The ultimate fulfillment of your duty as steward. A funny thing to put on your resume. Creator of new universes. You walk back to the cryobays. You look at the sleeping faces of the last generation. Their dreams are no longer fragile. They are guaranteed. They will awaken to a new sky, a new world, a new beginning. You have carried them through the long night. Now the dawn is breaking. Your mission is complete. But a new one is about to begin. The universe ahead is young, unwritten, full of potential. Humanity's final act was not an end. It was a new genesis. The Starling, your ark, your weapon, your home, waits for your command. The story of humanity is not over. It is just beginning. Again.